best part of being certified with the Southern California Minority Business and Development Council is that you get access to companies and governmental organizations that you may not have an opportunity to meet.
The most valuable parts of being a certified MBE with SCMBDC has really been the network of people, both corporate and MBEs, and I would say the resources that the organization has to offer. I would say the certification itself is wonderful, but I really tap into the people and the opportunities for learning and developing myself and my business.
Getting certified as an MBE with SCMBDC is like going to college. You get a degree and you get a lot of knowledge and a lot of new contacts. However, you still need to work to be successful.
An MBE can never approach a client just saying that I am certified by a council, we are a minority women-owned business or this kind of business, and give us a contract.
The fact that you have an MBE is just an advantage over the competitors, but it shouldn't be the only advantage that you have. So organizations still want to get the best price, the best services, the best product that they can get from everybody, but they would rather do it from an MBE.
Networking is a science, and it's also an art. Go out and participate and actively engage in all of the events.
And just really connecting, making that face-to-face connection and introduction.
And by doing that, you get yourself great exposure, you meet a lot of great people, you're able to network and learn about other organizations and other corporations as well as companies, and you find out what makes companies and organizations tick.
Part of networking isn't just about selling yourself, part of networking is about listening.
Just like in any relationship, it's not just about who you are. The point is to engage, and that's finding out about who the other person is. So I think especially if you're talking to a corporate representative, it's not just this is what I do, it's talking to them about what they need and how you can be of help.
This may not open your doors on the first day, first month, first year, but eventually these will open the doors. For us, success didn't come very early. It took some time, but it did. And now when we approach any such conference, we see a lot of traction with the client or other primes.
The cardinal rule in follow-up is always send a thank you note. If somebody that you're talking to says that they're interested in golf, or if somebody is expressing interest in a type of food, or somebody is telling me that they have an anniversary coming up, make a mental note of that, because oftentimes that could be very useful to you. So I might go back, not only send a handwritten thank you note and an email follow-up, I may also send a card to say congratulations on your anniversary, or congratulations on having your first child, or here's a great restaurant in the Korean community that you might want to try. And that way people know that not only do you have good manners because you send a thank you note, you're also paying attention to other things besides selling yourself.
SCMBDC is always chock full of programming, so a lot of times you have to pick and choose what is going to be most helpful for you.
The council provides so many great programs, often at a low cost or no cost at all, and very, very few people take advantage of that. If you're going to be a certified MBE and you're going to be affiliated with the council, take advantage of the programs that they have, because they are invaluable to helping you build your business.
For example, I'm very active in the Minority Business Enterprise Input Committee. That's been a wonderful experience for me, both getting to know the other businesses that are part of the committee and the interaction with the board and the staff. That's been invaluable. The other resources, I would say, are the learning programs that the organization has available to MBEs. I just recently took the Communication Skills Live workshop. That was terrific. Also involved in the Capacity Building Initiative. Also have attended numerous programs, the Networking Reception, Reverse Trade Fair, just lots of different things that are available. You know, an MBE doesn't have to do everything. It really is sort of a menu of things to take advantage of.
I always look for ways to collaborate with other MBEs and women-owned businesses, because a lot of times the people that have those contracts have been through the trenches before.
It's very important as an MBE not to miss any single opportunity that comes in your local area where there are pre-proposal conferences where you get to meet the primes and like-minded MBEs who bid for similar amount of business.
We are working with other MBEs as subcontractors, so the diversity inclusion comes full circle.
Newly certified MBEs should focus on some of the things first internally in the organization. They should know what their core competencies are, what their competition is, how can they outperform their competition.
We have seen people come in, spend the money, spend the time, spend the progress becoming certified, and then they don't utilize it to their advantage.
Understand who it is that we're going to be networking with before the event. So we do our due diligence and we do our homework.
We normally ask our potential new clients to give us the biggest problem that they've encountered. Let us kind of come back to them with a solution that we think is relevant for their business.
When I find out that there are 500 people attending an event, I know that it's not possible to meet every single one of those people. So I'll look at that 500 list and I'll narrow it down to the top 5 to 10% of companies and organizations that I really feel compelled to meet. And from there, I'll narrow down the list further to 5 core people that I want to make sure I give my message to.
So often we go in just selling what we do, but oftentimes it's just as important to sit down and ask them what the most important thing is that's keeping them up at night.
If you do not have an up-to-date website, you're not prepared. Because when you get so many people talking to a company, that company person has to think of a way to discern whether or not you have the right services, the right people, the right information that will be useful to them. So if your website is not up to date with the latest telephone numbers, the latest information about your staffing, the different products and services you provide, you put yourself at a tremendous disadvantage.